Hello and welcome back to Fancy Football Transfer Talk this afternoon on a Wednesday, uh, July July the 17th, 2024. Leny Yoro to Manchester United, done and dusted. How did United make that deal happen? I don't know, but I think it's a good one for the club, and it seems the club is heading towards the right direction. Victor Osimhen to PSG talks are in advance between PSG and Victor Osimhen's camp. We'll talk about that. Greenwood to Marseille close. The deal, a deal has been struck between Marseille and Manchester United, and also a deal has been struck between Greenwood and Marseille. Personal terms. Other transfer, Morata has had his medicals and will sign the contract to become AC Milan new striker for the 2024-2025 season. Welcome once again to Fancy Football, and let's talk transfers. Leny Yoro is on his way to Manchester United. According to David Osimhen this morning, Leny Yoro will fly to Manchester United to have his medicals. Not just David Osimhen, also our own Fabrizio Romano, who have also confirmed that the player will be heading to Manchester to have his medical together with his family. Everybody that is associated with him will go to Manchester. So kindly subscribe to Fancy Football, kindly hit the notification bell, kindly like this page. We want at least 10 likes today, and just to celebrate United that the club has to move on from his past. So let's focus on Leny Yoro, guys. Now this is from David Osimhen this morning as it broke. Leny Yoro flying to UK to take medicals plus final personal terms as Manchester United push to complete signing from Lille. 18 years old defender initially favored Real Madrid. Wow. But Lille accepted initial 62 million euro bid till work to do, but now close. That is from the Athletics, from the video. Then Manchester United have booked a travel and medical test for Leny Yoro. Plan ready after agreement reached with Lille last week. 50 million euro fixed plus 12 million add-ons. There's still work to be done on that deal. It's not just, but United want the player immediately. They want the player to come into and have his medical, then agree other personal terms. The contract will be a 5-year deal plus an option of a further salary increase every year if possible once he signed. So Euro set to travel to England with his family just to avoid the deals from being hijacked. They want the player to fly in today, and that will be done today. So let's see how Real Madrid on the other side react, if they will react. But I don't think Real Madrid will react because I think this deal is far away from them now. They took a long period of time. So guys, let me know what you think on the chat section below. Did Man United really did well when it comes to this? Did they really do well? Because this, for the first time in a long time, United acted as United for the first time in 11 years, 11 seasons. United acted as if they are Manchester United. And kudos to the new Ineos board that are at the aim of the footballing part of the club. So good one for them. So guys, let me know what you think about this transfer. This transfer just came in as a sudden, but this is what we really want from United. This is what I think the club should represent going forward. Euro to United, and we'll talk about the kind of what he will bring to Manchester United very soon. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about everything uh, we expect from Leny Yoro to Manchester United. So let's talk about it. Let's hit the like button quickly on this, and hit the subscribe button if you are watching us for the first time. So I think this deal is a good one, and United have gotten their man. All of us were surprised on the 9th of July when United entered this deal. And for me, I was surprised. And I think that Real Madrid in this deal, the 15 times European champion for United, that has been abysmal in transfer to go toe to toe with Real Madrid for this player. Will they get this player? But I think the new Ineos board is proving us wrong time and time again, and they can make this deal done with good financial incentive. This money will not be paid. This 50 million euros will not be paid instantly. It will be paid bit by bit, and I think it's a good one. It's a good one for United. It's a good one for the current board, and congratulations to the team for ensuring that the United board or the transfer team for ensuring that this deal see the limelight. So I think much work needs to be done, but at least the first step is to get the player to accept personal terms, to accept playing for the club, to present that contract to him. Hopefully, let's see how it will go. People will still say it is money. It's still all about money. But yes, you need money. You need money to persuade players. You also need a good project to persuade those players. And to be frank, it's not that United project is far better than the Real Madrid's own. It's just that the player himself knows that he's young. He can develop around around young players like himself, and hopefully, let's see how it goes. Also, let's see talk about it. According to Florent Pattenberg, the Sky reporter for Sky Germany, also said that United never wanted to pay over the board for Michel Delete 50 million euros for Michel Delete. United never want to pay that amount, and it's better they spend that money on a young prospect, on a young potential, on the potential striker that will help them. So I don't know how true that is, but the delete deal is still there. It's still there for everybody to go into, and let's see how that one pan out. So I've asked. Okay, I do think. Okay, I've asked a question on the chat section. Who will get Euro? But as I was working on this, and that's when the news broke about this transfer. So hopefully, let's see how it goes. Let's see how this transfer goes. And for Euro to accept United, it seems the club is heading towards the right direction, and that's what I think. That's what I believe. Manchester United is heading towards the right direction, whether we like it or not at the moment. So good one. Congratulations to the transfer team. Congratulations to Manchester United for landing this. I think it's all about the next transfer. I think the next transfer should be a midfielder now. The defensive department is sure. I don't know if the club will still go for delete, but let's see. The defensive department is sure, and let's know how that one work. Somebody just send us a message now. Okay, United. Okay, United. I wanted United. I want to. Okay, Ugarte delete. Gutierrez, Frederick Kulade, Simon, Simons, Daniel Omo, Joao Felix is United. I can't get this, but hopefully, let's see. I don't think all these names mentioned on this on this list are possible, but I hope United can get Ugarte. Not Joao Felix though. We don't need Joao Felix, but they can get Ugarte. If they can also get maybe Delete as well. We still need one more defender because I think Lindelof and Harry Maguire will be leaving the club. I just think so. Lindelof and Harry Maguire will be leaving the club. Joao Felix will not. It's not United bound. So, but let's see how it goes. So, kindly send me a message. So that we'll be interacting. We are just 10 minutes into this live show, this live transfer talk on fancy football. Just 10 minutes into it. So, I think we have much more ahead. So let's go. Let's look at the other stories we can look at. Let's go to Osimhen. This morning also, PSG. We learned that PSG are in advanced talk with Victor Osimhen's camp over a possible transfer, and we also know that Romelu Lukaku has given the green light to Antonio Conte at Napoli that he wants to join them and is willing to join them. Now, if this deal happen, I don't think it is going to be a 130 million euro deal. Victor Osimhen cost Napoli 71 million pounds or 1 million euros, one of the most expensive African players of all time, to come to Napoli. They're about 4 years ago, and now they had and that is why it's always good to advise players that once you are in the last year of your contract, don't negotiate. If you know you don't want to stay in that club, don't negotiate a new deal or an extension or an improvement. It wasn't really an extension with your current club. It's better you go or you buy out of that club as a free agent, but never negotiate. And that is what has been bugging me about Victor Osimhen. And it's like Napoli offered him a new contract or an improved contract per se, and put in a clause of 130 million euros or 130 million pounds thereabout, which is equivalent to 150 million euros on his contract. That's what Napoli put on there, and increase his salary over that course of time. Now, in that clause, Victor Osimhen was told that he can leave the club if any team meet up with the 130 million pounds buy-out clause for him. Now, how many teams in this current transfer? Let's forget about it. Let's talk about it. How many teams in this current transfer climate can afford 130 million pounds currently? Now, there are few of them in the world, and that is why I've always said that clubs globally have adopted a new transfer strategy, which is looking for young players that will not cost overboard. With those players with potentials, you can see them. We can see them all those players out there. The club will go in, look for them, and pay maybe 30, 40, 50 million pounds or million euros for those players. And that is the Real Madrid model now. They don't pay overboard for a player. If they want to sign a player, they have to for 120, 130 million pounds or 130 million euros. They will ensure that player worth that amount, and that's why people are saying Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham worth 150 million, 30 million euros when he was signed from Borussia Dortmund to Real Madrid. He worth that amount, and since then Madrid has not signed a player more than that amount for the past 18 months. Let's tell ourselves the truth. So I don't understand how this is being done, but how can you just sign an improved deal for 130 million pounds or 160 million euros? How many clubs will pay for that? Even PSG will not pay for that on this current climate. They won't pay for that. It's not that they don't have the money, but because of the financial fair play rule of UEFA and in France as well, they cannot pay overboard for players. They cannot pay overboard for players like that. Nobody will pay overboard. I think this deal will go through, but not 130 million euros. I don't know what you think about Victor Osimhen, but let me know what you think on the chat section. What you think about Victor Osimhen? Is he going to PSG? He's really going to PSG. Let me know. Speak to me, please, on the chat section. So let's talk. Our time well spent. We'll still talking. We'll still talking more transfers, more news on the way. We'll be talking. So but this is what Fabrizio Romano said on this Victor Osimhen's transfer. Paris Saint-Germain are advancing in talks with Victor Osimhen's camp, as their interest is now getting concrete. So I just think that the interest of Paris is now getting concrete. They need that man. They need to sign a player. They need to make a statement signing this season. Now, Osimhen keen to join Paris Saint-Germain. That is the first step, because a player has to accept to join your club. That's the first step in the transfer. Then you negotiate personal term with the club and open to the move if they can agree on deal fee with Napoli. Yes. So that is the first step to agree or in the transfer. The player has to agree to join the buying club, first of all. Now, the next thing is for you to agree personal terms with the player, which should not be a problem, because that's what club does. So most club does. Then the next part is to negotiate with the selling club on the deal. So I think there's progress in this deal. I think there's something smelling in this deal that it could happen very soon. Then what will happen? I think PSG has put him on the pedestal of the numbers of on the how will I say, on that top for the numbers of strikers they want to sign. So that is it for PSG. They have to get their man if they want to. They have to get the deal right. It's always like that for players. They come in and they go out back and forth. So, but this is football, and who are we to complain about it? So, guys, let's move on. Let's move on from Osimhen. We have let's move on. Osimhen. We have a lot to talk about. We should come back to the Euro deal. I think I'm just so happy that United are moving towards the right direction. They are moving towards the promised land of football. They are moving gradually. I think the Glazers are now, they should realize that they've done woefully well post Sir Alex Ferguson. They've done woefully wrong in everything, in all ramifications of that club. The way they've run the club, the way they've in terms of management, in terms of how they've turned the club into something else. I don't understand. So this club, we need to look at. United have looked at things and said we have to change. We have to change how this club is being run. We have to change the caliber of people. We have to bring in people with footballing mentality, and that is why people are seeing the changes at United now. They have people from top to bottom with great personality. So I think it will go a long way to help the club. So far, so good. So let's move on. So let's finish up the other transfer. The top news making the transfer rounds this afternoon. Okay, Alvaro Morata has just completed his medicals and set to sign as new AC Milan player. So Morata, I think I brought this news yesterday. Morata, as per Fabrizio Romano report, that Morata has had his medical this morning, and he will sign a deal to become the new AC Milan player. I think AC Milan needs somebody up front there for them, and hopefully, let's see what will happen at the end of the day. So send in your comment. We are still talking. Send in your comment. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly like, share, subscribe to Fancy Football, and help us grow the channel. Real Madrid are keen on signing England left back Trent Alexander-Arnold. How possible is that? Let's see. That's as per TalkSport, who has 1 year left on his contract with Liverpool. So you see players, and if he knows he wants to stay, he should negotiate a new deal with Liverpool. But if he doesn't want to stay, there's no point of negotiating a new deal with Liverpool with a buyback or buyout clause. I don't know how some of these clubs think. So, but it's no brainer to negotiate a deal with Liverpool if you know you are going to stay. So let's move on from there. So Belgian striker Lukaku, who is 31 years old, has told Napoli he is ready to join from Chelsea if Nigerian forward Victor Osimhen departs this summer. So I think that's why Napoli will take a cut on that transfer. They will get 80 million euros for Victor Osimhen. They will get that amount. Money being spread over the course of time. So let's see what will happen at the end of the day. So with that, um, uh, let's move on from Napoli to Aston Villa. Aston Villa have been doing well in the market, and now this transfer is fun. Aston Villa are prepared to compete with Chelsea and Barcelona for Atletico Bilbao winger Nico Williams, who started for Spain at the Euro 2024 finals. Team talked about this, but I don't think Aston Villa can go toe to toe. Yes, he has small money in his small amount. What will I say? Small buyout clause in his contract, but 60 million euros is a tall order. But I know where Aston Villa are coming from. They are coming from the position of strength because they are about to sell. They're about to sell Koulibaly. What's his name? Let me see if I can find the name of that player quickly. I think there's progress of them selling. Let's see. There's progress of them selling. There are talks of them selling. Let's see. I saw that story yesterday, but I didn't really. Okay, there are talks for them selling Musa Diaby to Al Ittihad of Saudi Arabia. Al Ittihad are getting confidence to agree on a deal for Musa Diaby as negotiation is advanced with Aston Villa for the player. After Aroura's deal, Al Ittihad are closing in to reach an agreement also for Diaby. So I think the cost for this deal will be like 50 million pounds thereabout, or 50 million euros. So that is that. So to other deals, Juventus will send official bid to Atlanta for Tinu Cook Miners as soon as they sell Matthias Soleil. Cook Miners waiting for Juventus as personal terms are already agreed, and he wants to move. So, but let's see. Leicester are set to bid again for Sulai, as AS Roma are still there. So let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen in this deal. I just think that these deals have to happen. They have to happen. So let's talk. Let's talk. This is time to talk. Let's talk football now. Let's talk this transfer. Uh, uh, how did United? I want to ask a question, please. If you're out there, how did United pull this deal off? How did they pull this deal off? I'm just so surprised how they were able to pull this deal off, because it wasn't really it's not easy. It's not easy to pull such a deal out of the hands of Real Madrid. Real Madrid were relaxed, and they are still relaxed. I don't think they know that this deal is done and dusted, and I don't think that they knew that the player will, because the player came out, Leny Yoro came out and told us that he will only play for Real Madrid. So how did United pull this deal off? I think they have to. These guys, the likes of Dan Ashworth, have to tell us how he did this deal, how he pulled this deal under the carpet, under the legs of Real Madrid, and got this player to United. He has to tell us. So I think it's a wonderful deal. It's a good deal for everybody that is associated with Manchester United, and I hope that going forward, the club will continue to do deals like this. They continue to do deals like this going forward. I think it's going to help the club in terms of reputation wise, in terms of getting the right players in the right place for the club. They have to do deals like this. So let's see who is next to join United. Is it Manu Lugate? Is it Delete still? Is it who else again on that board? And also for players that will be leaving as well. Let's see. For players that will be leaving, let's see who leaves, who are the players that are leaving United. Let's see how United can ship them out. We had that McTominay will also be leaving. we also heard that a new deal will be given to him. So these are things the club needs to clarify. Is McTominay staying? Is he leaving? So hopefully that news will come out very soon. But for them to get Leny Yoro flying to the UK for his medicals, I think it's a good one for United. It's a good one. So let's talk. Let's talk. Send in your message. Answer the question. Answer the questions we have there. Send in your questions. Any transfer news you want update for. Let us know so that we get it across to you quickly and ASAP, quickly and instantly. So let's see what will happen. So guys, let us talk. Let's talk football. Let's talk transfer. Let's keep talking transfers. Now, and there are other deals as well. Okay, I think for Arsenal have booked a medical test for the new young goalkeeper, uh, Tom Setford, who is sent to join from Ajax. Okay, agreement between Arsenal and Ajax for a fee close to 1 million euros after the first proposal as exclusively revealed. 4 years contract confirmed for the player. So that is it for that. And for Greenwood, let's talk about Greenwood as well. I think Greenwood is on our list. And for Greenwood, Marseille prepared to plan for Greenwood's medical as soon as they get a formal step done, including contract review. So I think that deal is closed. That deal is close to be done. Hopefully, Greenwood will leave United for good, and hopefully, let's see what will happen at the end of the day for the club itself. So let's see what will happen for the club itself. So for Jean-Claire Tolibo, West Ham are still interested in Jean-Claire Tolibo as well, giving total priority to Juventus. So Tolibo wants Juventus. The club needs to sell players in order to get him into the club. So let's see what will happen. Okay, guys, I'm still waiting for you. Still sending your comments. Kindly subscribe, kindly like Fancy Football, kindly share our videos. We just have some few time left on the transfer talk today, and we'll see you this evening when we talk on the Fancy podcast. The Fancy podcast today. Let's see how it goes. Okay, still waiting. Sending your comments, sending your questions. We're still waiting for you. It's not bad. Let's have you on Fancy. Let's have your say quickly. Subscribe to our channel, please. If you are here if you are coming in for the first time, subscribe, like this video, share this video. Just like it. We need as much more like that we can get today. As you come in, like the video. It's not bad. Just like our video and let's see what will happen. Oh, good. We still have 0 likes, please. Please like this video, please. Quickly, just like this video before you leave the chat. Before you leave, don't just pass the video. Just like it. If you're watching us for the first time, subscribe to us as well. So please do. Okay, see, let's say for instance, this deal is hijacked by Real Madrid. I know a lot of people will laugh. So this deal is hijacked by Real Madrid. What do you think? What do you think will happen at the end of the day? What do you think will happen if this deal is hijacked by Real Madrid? I think nothing will happen. United will take it to their team and move on to the next transfer. And that is how we want the club to be run. That is how we want people to act responsibly when it comes to transfer. United before just to do a deal, just to do one deal is a tall order for United. One deal is a problem for United. But now they've done the first one. They are working on multiple deals in different fronts. Dan Ashworth is really working hard to identify those players. Wilcott is there. Van Nistelrooy is there. The manager is there. A lot of people are there looking at players out there to see if they could bring in. We heard of Xavi Simons to Manchester United on loan, but I think the player have told Bayern that he wants to leave the club, and Bayern has to let him to leave the club. Is he going to Manchester United? I mean, the player has told PSG that he wants to that he wants to leave the club. So this is between Bayern and PSG now. and let's see how that one works. Okay, guys, we have come to the end of the show today. Thank you so much for being part of the show on Fancy Football. Thank you for all the support you've given to us today, the contributions and every other thing. And hopefully we'll be back on air this evening when we talk football with Nonso Anezechi and possibly and Tia Banks on the show today. So see you when we see you.